Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, welcome. Today I'm just going to be filming a makeup tutorial. I actually have no plans on what kind of look that I'm going for, but yeah, let's just get started. Anyway, I'm going to start off with a primer. I'm going to use the VDL Lumilayer Primer. So this is just like one of those like pearlescent ones that almost reminds me of like the MAC strobe cream, but it has like more of a purpley pearlescence to it. Foundation that I'm going to use today is the Tom Ford Traceless foundation stick. This is in color number 6 Natural. I love foundation sticks because they're just so easy to use. And it just gives me just enough, and I don't like seem to overdo it. And I'm gonna take the Sigma, what is this? The 3D HD Max Kabuki brush, just to blend it out. So I think from how I've started, it's gonna be a pretty natural makeup look. Then I want to correct my under eyes with some concealer. I'm going to use the Nars Creamy Concealer in Honey. Honey has like more of like a peachy undertone, so it's really good for covering my like purpley bluish hues that I get. And then later on I'll go on with like another concealer that's more of my skin tone. And I'm going to blend that out with the Zoeva Concealer Buffer in number 142. Yeah. So I think, you know, my dark circles are kind of like my arch enemy. No matter how much sleep I get, you know, they're always there. They like won't leave me alone. And you don't really have to use a brush every time you go in with a concealer. You know, you can use a sponge, or you could use your fingers even. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty concealer that I bought recently, the Pro Filt'r concealer. This is in number 280. This gives me very, very high coverage under my eyes, so I like that a lot. And then, what brush should I use? I'm going to use the Sigma 4D HD Kabuki brush. This is great because you have 4 flat sides and like a pointed edge, so you can kind of go in like wider, but also if you need some kind of, I don't know, detailed concealing, you can just use the tip of this brush. It's good for these like little crevices. Yay, my dark circles are gone. Okay, and I'm just going to buff out the edges with that foundation brush that I was using. Okay, and then I'm going to just bake a little bit. I don't want my eyes to be like so dried out, but I'm going to be using the Fenty, what is this, the Pro Filt'r Banana Powder. Just going to use this dual-ended brush that I got from Mesmore. So just like a very tiny bit of it, like this much. I don't know if you guys can see. And then I'm just going to get like a big fluffy brush like this, and then just scoop off the excess. This brush used to be my mom's, actually. She's had it for like such a long time. And then I took it. And if you feel like if it's a little bit too dry, you can go back in with that concealer brush and just tap in that areas where you seem like it's a bit too dry. Alright. And then I'm gonna use the Becca Khloe Malika palette. Powder all over it. I bought this the same time I bought the concealer in Singapore when I was on my trip. So I'm gonna go in with the bronzer. I'm gonna use this big powder brush from Zoeva. This is the 101 brush. I was debating if I should or shouldn't get this, but then I was just like, oh, it's too pretty. Kind of reminds me of like that hourglass feel. I'm just gonna warm up my face with the bronzer. Just gonna use my fingers just to kind of contour my nose. And then you can buff it with that concealer brush that I used. I'm not going to use a highlight in that palette. I'm actually going to use, what do I want to use? I want to use the, Revolution Radiant Light. This is in the color Glow. My friend gifted this to me, and it's become one of my favorites, actually. It gives you like such a gentle yet powerful glow. And I'm using this brush that I got from Aritaum. I don't know, this is a powder finishing brush, FA24. So today I'm not going to go with like an extreme highlight. I just want like an overall glowy look for the skin. Alright, and then for blush, I know a lot of people put blush near the end of the video, but whatever. I'm going to use the Sigma Cor-de-rosa Aura powder. It's really pretty. It's like a mix of between like a dusty rose / coral. And I'm going to use this brush. It doesn't have a name. I don't know where it's from, but it's like one of my favorite brushes. It's so soft. Alright, let me just do my brows. The brow product that I like to use is the Benefit Brow Zings. It comes with like a gel side and a powder, so it's really easy if you're on the go, you haven't had time to, do your brows at home. Just take one of these. So I just use like the angled side. Just angled side of the brush with like the waxy part. And fill in as much as I can, or just kind of give it that shape that you want. And then with the other side of the brush, I go in with the powder. And then I do like light strokes just to kind of set that like waxy base and to kind of give a more of like a natural finish. Alright, so after I sculpt and kind of fill in my brows, I go in with the 3D Browtones, also from Benefit, just to go over my brows because I do have my hair dyed and I don't want it to be like, drastically different. And plus because like the base is brown, I don't want my hairs to look black. I think that just looks strange. Okay. And now it's gonna be time for the eyes. I'm still kind of debating on what kind of eye I want to do, but I'm thinking of going in with Modern Renaissance from ABH. I haven't used that palette in like ages, so I have it here with me. Ta-da! You can see that it's very, very dirty. But anyways, it's like one of these OG palettes, you know? Like everyone has it. So I'm gonna go in with Tempera. It's all over as a base. I also washed my brushes last night, so they're like so soft. And then I'm gonna go in with Raw Sienna. Using the same brush. Sometimes I don't know which mirror to use. Oh, and this brush that I'm using is the Zoeva Luxe Soft Crease in number 221. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the Luxe Petite Crease, and I'm gonna go in with the color, what should I do? I'm gonna do Antique Bronze. Also, the way I'm filming this right now is very me. I like usually don't plan things out. I'm kind of like, why don't we just wing it and see what happens kind of girl. And I also want this antique rose, oops, okay, that's gone. I want the same kind of antique rose shade underneath my eyes, so I'm gonna go in with the MAC, what is this, 239 brush, and then brush it underneath the lash line, bottom lash line. Outer V corner. Okay. Now I want the lid color to be maybe not from this palette. I'm going to use the Aritaum Mono Eyes in number 123. This is, in Korean, I think, City Nomad. It's kind of like a duochrome purple blue. It's really pretty, but it comes out kind of rosy. So I'm going to use that on the lid. I'm just going to use my fingers. Oh, yes. That's pretty. I don't know if you can see that. It's very pretty. And then darken just like the outer corner with, oh, let's see. Maybe I'll just go in back into this one. Use one of the browns that they have. I'm going to use the Sigma E45 small tapered blending brush with Cypress Umber. And just go into that outer V crease. So I know some people, they like do their foundation afterwards, but because I do the opposite way, sometimes you'll see that, you know, the powder has kind of gotten on the outer edges. So what I like to do is I either get a sponge or that buffing brush that I use for the concealer, and then I just kind of buff out the edges here just to clean it up. Okay. I'm going to use the Visee, what is this, Avant shadow in number 3. It's like a really nice highlighting color. I'm just going to use that on the inner corner of my eyes using the pencil brush from Zoeva, number 230. Just going to pop that in the inner corner. And just right underneath that brow. Okay, just gonna line my eyes using the Kate Tokyo Eye Shade Maker. I kind of like don't like this, but I'm just gonna give it a try today. It has like I wouldn't say it's like a felt. It's almost like rubber. It's like a rubbery tip. Alright, now I know why I don't like this. It just, the ink just doesn't come out as nicely. Also, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like bunching up as well, which I'm not too happy about. So I think after today, I'm just gonna throw it away. Okay guys, so this is a finished look. My camera cut off at like 30 minutes, so it didn't film the end of the video, but I just finished with mascara. I used the Maybelline Big Shot waterproof mascara, and I just kind of filled in my under waterline with the S4 Bronze Painting Waterproof Eyeliner in Copper Glow. And then on the lips I have on the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie collab in a Mauve Story and Fussy from Fenty Beauty. Yeah, and then for just like overall finishing spray, I just used the serum spray from Neogen. It's not a setting spray, but it just kind of helps to give your skin like that dewy glow. So I just use this one. And I think that's about it, guys. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and this look. If you do, please give this a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, then please hit the subscribe button. Hopefully, you know, making more videos on a weekly basis, so it could be about skincare, beauty, or just like life stuff in general. So if you are interested in that, then please come back, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!